Camping allows you to connect with nature, recharge your own possibly dying batteries, and makes for a great bonding experience with kids. While some love the idea of roughing it up in the woods, there's always ways to make things a little bit easier. In this video, we're giving you some hacks to make the most out of your camping trip. First up, prep your food. While it's great to roast marshmallows and make hot cocoa over an open fire, those aren't really fulfilling meals. It's much easier if you plan your meals ahead of time and prep some or most of the elements before the trip. You can chop vegetables and put them in Ziploc bags, scramble those eggs and simply reheat them later, and maybe take some pre-prepared pancake mix with you. The idea of having fresh pancakes in the woods for breakfast or dinner sounds like a treat to us. There are a lot of resources for camping-friendly recipes, and you can get your campsite cooking inspiration from all of these. Next, get some warm clothes. Imagine waking up on a cold, crisp morning to climb out of your sleeping bag and immediately miss its warmth. Pretty common occurrence. We're giving you an alternative to trying something else. The next time you go to sleep during a camping trip in the icy cold, try putting the set of clothes you want to wear the following day right next to you inside the sleeping bag. That way, when you plan to change into a fresh set of clothes to start the day, you're greeted with clothes as warm as the ones you're wearing. Genius, right? You're welcome. And now let's discuss flooring options. We get connecting and being one with Mother Nature, but sleeping on a tent floor isn't always fun as it sounds. Our backs heavily agree, but we've got the perfect solution. You know those foam floors that are often shaped like a four-piece puzzle that you can put together for kids to roll around and play on? They make for a great and inexpensive flooring option that's so comfy and also provides a little warmth during those cold camping nights. It's also a wonderful option to have if you're taking a furry friend with you. Your dog, cat, rabbit, or llama. Hey, we don't judge. We'll thank you. The foam flooring is easier to clean and the tent floor remains intact and lasts for much longer. Now let's get sustainable. Weather is everything when it comes to camping 101, and an experienced camper knows that you can never take any chances with Mother Nature and what she's in the mood for. It could be pouring buckets one minute and the sun could come out next, even before you've had time to rainproof yourself. You may think, hey, I'm inside the tent. What do I have to worry about? We hate to tell you, but there's a high chance everything inside the tent can also get soaked in the rain. In such cases, we're huge fans of reusing old plastic bags for a variety of reasons. You could patch holes in the tent in case the strong winds tore the polyester a new one, or wear it over your shoes to keep those white sneakers shiny and dry. You can even use a single plastic bag or bin liner to simply line the inside of your backpack before you place all your items. That way, even if you're caught in the rain during a hike on your way back to your campsite, your belongings will remain nice and dry. A wet sleeping bag? No thank you. Making sure your clothes and belongings remain dry is not just important for your comfort, but also for your health. Wet clothes will make you feel cold, and you could get a chill in no time. The next stop is the flu, and that's going to ruin the entire camping trip. This is especially important for those traveling with kids, and a sick kid is going to cancel that camping trip in no time. And now, of wet shoes and how to avoid them. Speaking of unpredictable weather conditions and torrential rains, the worst thing you can get stuck with is having wet shoes. Most people often only bring a single pair of camping boots on their trips in order to save space. No one anticipates actually needing more than a pair of shoes, and well, we kinda agree. So if you do get stuck in the rain, your shoes will be the last thing to dry off completely. Did you know it takes up to 12 hours on average to fully dry a pair of shoes? There's nothing worse than wearing wet shoes the next morning. We're cringing at the very thought. So to prevent this, simply remove the soles immediately after your shoes are wet. Next, you need to stuff a dry t-shirt or a balled up newspaper inside the shoes and then leave them there for a couple of hours. They'll dry up quicker this way. You'll be back in your warm boots in no time. Up next, pack lighter and stay comfortable. Pillows are all about personal preferences. You may like your super soft and fluffy, while others may prefer firm and non-bouncy. But there's one thing we can all agree on, no matter our pillow preferences, and that is the amount of space they take when packing, especially for a camping trip where one needs to travel light. Yes, we know inflatable pillows exist, but rolling your head around on air isn't as comfortable as companies make it out to be. So if you're anything like us and hate stuffing an entire pillow in your sleeping bags, this next tip is for you. To form the ultimate pillow for camping, fill the case of your sleeping bag with your softest clothes. The sleeves on your clothes should be unrolled and make sure that the socks aren't too tightly rolled up to avoid pressure points. You can then shape this pillow however you like, and if you think it still isn't fluffy enough, just add more clothes, and voila! Trust us, you'll be grateful you managed to save all that space while sleeping on your DIY pillow. Let's talk about ice packs. Bringing ice on your camping trips can be messy and difficult. The ice melts quickly, there's water everywhere, and any packaging that's not made of plastic is gonna get soaked and soggy, and the resulting cleanup is just awful. As an alternative, try freezing water in gallon jugs and bring them along with you. They won't crack as they freeze, and these jugs have room to expand when freezing the water. That way, when the ice melts in warmer temperatures, it simply turns into deliciously cold drinking water, and you won't have to haul any extra water along. So now you've got ice to keep your drinks perfectly chilled, and water to drink when the ice melts. Win-win. If you don't have enough space to bring gallons of frozen water, this works with smaller individual bottles too. It's important to remember that while water is a essential for any camping trip, only pack enough water that you think you'll need. Otherwise, a lot could tend to go to waste. Next, repel those bugs away. Bugs in general can dampen any camping trip, but the worst of them all, mosquitoes, are a real menace. These little evil creatures are one of the most annoying bugs to ever exist. They'll whine in your ear just when you're about to doze off, and bite you in places you can't even reach to scratch that terrible itch away. Absolutely loathsome. While you should definitely put on some bug repellent, some people prefer not to use all those chemicals found in the repellents. In such cases, try and take a few bundles of sage the next time you're camping. When you've set up that campfire and the sun is setting behind you, making it a picture-perfect moment, burn a few leaves of sage and enjoy the atmosphere. You can even take the entire bundle of sage and set it on fire, letting it smoke near the edge of the campfire. This isn't just to create a vibe. Mosquitoes are naturally repelled by the smoke of burning sage, and you'll see a significant difference in the number of those pesky things while the sage is burning all around you. Mosquitoes are most active during dawn and dusk, so it's best to be prepared according to that. And finally, packing enough toilet paper. Toilet rolls are bulky and difficult to pack, but you also never want to run out of those. A much easier way of packing them is to take out the cardboard roll in the middle and flatten them entirely, which takes up a lot less space. This small change can help you pack twice the amount of toilet paper, and you'll never have to fear being out in the middle of the woods with the last of the paper gone, because you didn't want them to take up all that space. In the act of staying sustainable, just make sure you either reuse or recycle those middle pieces of cardboard, and don't just throw them out saying we told you to do so. That's a wrap for this video. When are you planning to go camping next? And are you going to make use of any of these tips? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.